Hello, it's Cody Nelson here at Cover Crop King. Just doing a bale grazing update. This is the spot where we've been trying to clear out some of the timber. Timber is maybe not the right word, but the woods, we'll call it. Trying to kind of recreate an Oak Savanah, although it's not just oaks, but trying to get some of the hardwoods to maintain, eradicate some of the buckthorn and some of the cedar trees, and we are starting to accomplish that and starting to see it. We've not seeded anything in here. What's here is here. We've not done any mowing. If you go back and watch some of the past videos, we've bale grazed a lot in through this area, right here through the Minnesota River Valley. And we have used cows only at this point in time to do this. So if you go back and watch some of the past videos, you'll see some of the things that we've done. But this is a pretty unique situation here. When we first moved here, would be 6 years ago, this was, well, you could not walk through it. And I'm just going to show you a little glimpse of it right here. We are opening it up. This particular corner, I've always kind of dreamed of being able to see as you come down from our place. I wanted to be able to see the river. And as you can tell, we're definitely getting closer. Some of the buckthorn down along the river is going to be a little harder to manage. We may have to do some of that manually or by hand, potentially. So we have some broadleaf weed pressure. We have several options of things that we could do. I would just as soon use goats to handle some of that, although I don't know that goats are in the cards right now. This was a big pile of trees that as we've done this, we've either pushed over some of the smaller ones with the loader as we were bringing bales out, or some of them have just fallen over. We've had a lot of storms the last couple of years. You can see stuff like this has happened. So we've just piled it up and put it back on that pile, and we recently burned it this summer. We're currently in early September of 2021, just coming through a major drought. We have had roughly 5 inches of rain now in the last 2 weeks, which has really greened things back up. I would guess that had we had adequate rain this summer, we would have seen more grass growing in this area. We're still trying to decide if we're going to just let what's always been here come. We know we'll see a strong grass with proper grazing management. It'll be okay. It's going to take a little longer. Or if we're going to introduce some new species, which is entirely possible. At this point in time, if we use any herbicides to set any of the weeds back, it would be just spot spraying. I really just don't like cocklebur, so that is the number one thing I'm trying to eradicate. But you can't use mechanical mowing out here very well because of all the rocks. This is a big one. Those are easy. You can see those. It's some of these little ones that'll sneak up and bite your mowers. So that's not been a very good option. We've tried to do some paths and things like that, but generally speaking, mowing's not an option. So when we started this, if you haven't gone back and looked at the old videos, there used to be a trail that went back to that deer stand. It was completely overgrown on both sides of it, and I'm not sure that deer stand is maybe as fit, or that location is as fit as it was, but I'm not worried about the deer. We are definitely improving the habitat for the deer You just maybe have to change where you find them come hunting season, which I don't think anybody would have an issue with. Outside of the fact that that's a fairly decent deer stand, and probably wasn't that easy to put up. But anyhow, this is what it looks like now. We've had a lot of people ask to come back and do more. Well, here's a good example of what it used to look like. Here's how thick it was, and our plan is just to continue to move further west into the trees here. So we will do some summer grazing. We've kind of been on and off in terms of summer grazing. This has been kind of a poorly rotational grazing scenario this summer. I say poorly because this is really hard to do high density stock grazing through here with all the rocks. So we tend to put them out here for a little while. We've done some patches. It's worked okay, but in general, it's pretty tough to do. So anyways, if you've got any ideas, any suggestions, any questions, we'd love to maybe look at them, answer them, see what we can do to continue to improve it. Some things we want to maybe do in the future is look at adding maybe some nut trees. We'd love to actually run some hogs through here, but I'm at the point right now with everything we've got going on, it'll be cows and potentially somebody else's sheep or goats. If somebody wanted to put hogs out here, we would love to, but we're not ready to do that right now. We found out last year that we need to focus on a few of the things that we're good at, and we're going to let some other people do some other stuff. I'm an extreme believer in diversity. So that's why I would love to see it happen. Maybe when the kids get a little bit older, we might look into that. But for now, we're not going to. But hogs would do a really good job after you come in through here and bale graze. And we may bale graze this area one more time, but then we're going to be done for a while. But I just really want to continue to move further in to the west. So we'd like to add some fruit trees potentially. We've got a lot of stuff over at the tree farm that we could incorporate over here. We've talked about trying to potentially grow some pumpkins or do something like that over in this spot. I think that could work really well for us to harvest and then transplant over or move over to where we sell the pumpkins. So anyways, we've got lots of things going on, but just wanted to give you all an update of the Bale Grazing in the Trees project. Like I say, if you got any questions, shoot us a message, comment. You can email us at soilrx1@gmail.net or .com, excuse me. You can look up the website soilrx.net. And if you've got any questions on our cows, you can learn more about the cow operation at shorthornbulls.com. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button to see more of our videos, hit the like button, and share. Look forward to seeing you or hearing from you, and thanks a lot. We'll keep bringing them to you. Have a good day.